Okay, so I want to do a quick technical analysis review, I guess, for this week's setups, because I already have two that I'm waiting for, USDJPY and US100, which is NASDAQ. So the reason I've taken these trades, let me just show you. So these are my setups. This is what I'm hoping for on UJ. So my strategy is quite simple. So what I do is, I guess it's a breakout sort of strategy. So I literally look for, on the daily, I just analyze, okay, it's in an uptrend, it's bullish, right? And on the daily, I mean, I'm getting in a bit late here, but I did miss this entry point for UJ. So I look for these reversal candles. So it was obviously slowing down. It made like a spinning top plus an engulfing candle next to it. So that's a good sign. And usually I'd get in on these retracements right after, but I obviously missed it. So I'm actually preparing to get in on one above here. And I do still believe it is going to buy up maybe to this point, to the next psychological level, just judging on I guess DXY, and I do check my RSI and market cipher just for like little confirmations. They're not entirely part of the strategy, but I mean, market cipher is still showing a lot of money flow, and VWAP is curving in, and that usually means it's going to start buying up before selling off. And plus it made a green dot right here on the daily, which is a good sign. And obviously on the RSI, like this is, it's not overbought anymore. It's not overbought, but it is coming to a point where it will sell off soon. I don't know when. It could breach this resistance and, you know, sell off from there, but we're not really looking at that right now. The short-term trade is this. So I've gone on the 4-hour. And the reason I've also identified this entry point is because I also use fair value gaps. So I've identified a few fair value gaps on the 4-hour that were filled. For instance, I guess I could draw some up for you. We could see over here, like these are just little examples. So this fair value gap, obviously this tapped, rejected off of it. Then there's another fair value gap right here, and obviously this rejected, but then it bought up and actually closed above it, which is good, but then it came back down. And what I'm seeing over here is this fair value gap, where is it? Here. So yeah, in between this one and right above this, it perfectly rejected and closed above. So these are all good signs showing bullishness. Plus, you know, this looks like a triple top, not triple top, triple bottom. Obviously if we invert the scale, it looks like a triple bottom. So right now I'm hoping to get in around here, because there was another fair value gap right here. There's all these lines here now, sorry, I hope it's not too cluttered. This fair value gap right here, so it perfectly rejected and it didn't close, right? And on the 15 minutes I can see that, first of all, it rejected the 618 fib, right? I love using fibs. This is just another confirmation. This is a nice pullback, and it rejected the 618 once, twice, nearly, I'd say 3 times around this area, this golden pocket area. I consider this the golden pocket, and I've identified a fair value gap now on a smaller time frame around here. So this in between this 15-minute candle is a good area that price will fill. And that's going to be my entry point. Obviously my stop loss is going to be below this area, because I don't think it'll go lower, just because there is, I mean, look, there's a little fair value gap here, but I don't think it's going to go that low, to be honest. But if it does, I'll just re-enter. So my take profit, these are all psychological levels that I've placed. I do think it'll go higher just because this has closed above this previous. This is obviously the resistance, but this it's clearly showing bullishness as it keeps going higher. So that's going to be my UJ trade, and it's sort of similar for my NASDAQ, where this looks messy. Let me go to NASDAQ. So NASDAQ, this is my A+ setup. This is more my exact setup, as UJ was, I'm getting in a bit late, so there's a bit of risk there, but I'm willing to take it just because I know DXY it was selling off, it did sell off a lot, but it is going to buy up, at least to a certain fair value gap. I'll show you in a bit. With NASDAQ, I waited for this retracement. It made a bullish candle reversal. This is probably a reversal signal for me, because this obviously made an engulfing candle. To be honest, I don't even know the name of this hammer. I don't know if that's a hammer or not, but yeah, this is obviously showing signs of bullishness. Plus, on the 4 hour, because what I look for, this is obviously the break of structure or change of character. So this is the change of character, and we look for volatility. So it made a very volatile move, obviously leaving no retracements at all. So right now what I'm waiting for is a retracement around a healthy area. I'd say the golden pocket, but not only just because the fib, it's not just because the fib is showing the golden pocket area. I've actually identified a fair value gap just in between these candles here on the 4 hour, which is a good sign. So we'll just draw it up. So yeah, I'll draw it up here. Let's see, just in between these candles, and that's a good area. I also went on the 15-minute, and where did I find it? Yeah, so we can see, you could even say that it could start from this point here, this fair value gap. But yeah, I've just put my entry point around there. I am assuming it's going to fill it. My stop loss is just below this previous, this is the previous, I guess, support, you could say here. It's a very strong support, but I guess I'm just being a bit safe just because it's volatile, and I know I've been stopped out previous because of volatility. So that's my NASDAQ trade, and obviously these are the psychological levels, and I am quite bullish on NASDAQ. It's been on an uptrend for quite a while now, and it's already made like a nice retracement here. So I'm expecting it to go up to here. Okay, that's that trade. So I'll show you why, like with DXY, a bit of analysis on this. Actually, I'll switch over to my other chart. I know they're a bit different. So obviously it's still on an uptrend. I wouldn't say, it's not bearish just yet, and although it did sell off on the daily, it's obviously rejected and did not close below this line. On the 4 hour you could say, oh well, it did close, sorry, the 4 hour here, but that's not enough for us to change biases. Plus I do think, like, this fair value gap that's right here, it was filled around 50%, which is good, and it rejected. Look, it's possible that it will still go up and fill the whole fair value gap, but that's more long-term analysis. Right now, what I'm like hoping for to confirm my other trade is it will, let's see, it's going to fill this fair value gap, even if it's 50%, And it would make sense, to be honest, because if I draw, where did I draw it last time? Hold on one sec. If I draw a fib, hold on, where is it? If I draw a fib from, like, using this whole trend, I don't know what to call this, to be honest. I don't have the language. Okay, it would make sense, right? Because this is the 618 level, so I wouldn't be shocked if, let's say, if it was going to sell off, at least it would have to fill 50% of this fair value gap, tapping the 618 on the fib. It could definitely just keep going higher, but this would confirm for me and at least leave me with enough breathing room for my UJ trade, you know, because I think it's looking like, I thought it was exhausting and I thought it was going to start selling off soon, but I don't think that's the case. I think DXY rejected heavily and is going to start buying up soon, so this could leave me enough breathing room to buy up to the next psychological level. Plus the yen, I mean, the yen has been on a downtrend for a while now and it's really bearish, right? Even though it just tapped, you know, this last, I guess, support area. It's not even a support area, to be honest. This is all in, I can't see the previous chart, but this is just, it's so weak. I think it's so bearish. I wouldn't be shocked if it keeps selling off, which is good for all the yen pairs, like as in Euro JPY, Euro JPY, GBP, all these JPY pairs. It's super bullish for. So that's my trade analysis, my first one, sharing with you guys. If you've got any thoughts, comments, let me know. I love hearing people's biases, just because we all see different things. But yeah, that's going to be my setup for this week. And I will just tell you, like, I am doing, like, currently I am doing a funded account. Sorry, I'm doing two funded accounts just because I was kind of impatient. I was doing funding pips, and obviously that whole thing happened with funding pips where they had to change broker, and I thought, oh well, it's going to take another month, so I got impatient and, you know, got another one. But now they're back, so I mean, now I got two. But yeah, I passed phase 1 of the funding pips challenge, but I mean, I'm in a lot of drawdown with both of them, to be honest, because I just wasn't, I guess, I didn't have I did have a strategy, but I was making stupid decisions, a lot of stupid decisions, a lot of FOMO, and so I've been working on myself, actually, like a lot, with my healing, in terms of, like, it sounds cliche, letting go of things, you know, letting go of control, because that's what kind of drives us to make stupid decisions, because you're afraid you're not going to pass the challenge, afraid it's going to take too long, if you don't take this trade now you're going to miss out. So there's a lot of things I've been working on, and I've just retuned myself again, and I'm back on track. I'm in drawdown, but to be honest, it's kind of a good thing, because it's helped me recalibrate and think things through more thoroughly. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll be updating you guys with the results.